Here is your podcast.
You know, I've been doing this show 9 years. In the beginning, it was great. I got to show up and just talk and leave. That was fantastic. But now Mex sends me this theme song, tells me to put my own voice in it. Lily shows up. She doesn't produce a goddamn thing. All she does is laugh, turn around, and go home. The only thing I don't wind up doing for this show is listen to it. That's your fucking job. Hey, what's happening? Mike Schmidt, 40-year-old boy podcast. And, look, I need to reach out to you people for just a second, all right? Because, I mean, we have an intimate relationship, I think. Every week we wind up coming here and convalescing at the Church of Schmidt, and we talk to one another, and we kind of learn from one another. And by learn from one another, I mean I talk a lot and you listen. I mean, I don't think I'm learning anything from you people. That's a lie. Bullshit. I learn a lot from you guys. Like, hey, how come you don't answer our emails? I learned that. Well, it's not really learning anything. It's just you saying things, and I learned that you're concerned about that sort of thing. But I need to reach out, and I need to talk to you guys and be serious, which is something I rarely do on this show. Not rarely. I do it sometimes, but rarely do I announce that I'm going to be serious. Sometimes we just wind up at a serious point. We talk in circles, and we wind up going down a serious alley, and boom, all of a sudden it's dark and things are sad. And then what happened with that guy? Why did he take us down that alley? That's weird. We were going down the street with marching bands, and everything was fun, and then boom, then we went down the alley, and the whole marching band bent their trombones on the fucking cement wall, and then a Playboy bunny flew in through a kid's window, and he said, "Thank you, God," and then Kevin Bacon was flattened. I mean, that's what happened. I know you're thinking to yourself, we're just having a nice parade. This is a verbal parade. This is just us having fun. This ain't no party. This ain't no disco. This ain't no fooling around. This ain't no mud club or CBGBs. I ain't got time for that now. All right. So I know that you're thinking to yourselves, that's usually what we have going on. But then he takes us into this weird avenue. And all of a sudden you go down a dark hallway, you take 3 left turns, and there's the Stonecutters, and they sing a song about you, and they have beer steins. That's what happens. But I want to be serious. I want to reach out to you guys. I want to tell you some things that I've been thinking about, and I don't know why you're mocking me with your laughter just because I want to reach out to people. That seems weird.
It seems weird.
It seems a little odd. It's a little uncomfortable, right? Because you never know what I'm going to do.
No.
And now you're like on pins and needles. You're thinking, what is he going to do? What serious thing could he possibly have to talk about? But I mean, you guys know me. Some of you have been around for 9 years. Some of you have been around for 9 fucking minutes. But regardless, you know me. If you've been around for a long time, you've been around for a short time. If you loved me long time, or you loved me short time. If you sucky, if you do any of those things, then you know me. You know I'm too buku. You know that. We certainly know that I'm too buku. Mouth-wise, anyway. The rest of me, straight average. Neck up, forget about it. I'm ruining your whole fucking day. But you know me, and you know that I usually come at you from this angle. I don't usually bring this to you, but I'm going to today. I have to tell you that it's just... From a young age, my parents impressed on me the values that you work hard for what you want in life, that your word is your bond. Okay, you do what you say and you keep your promise. That you treat people with respect. They taught and showed me values and morals in their daily life. Now, maybe not my dad. Certainly he drank himself to death, but my mom. Let me change that. From a young age, my mother impressed on me the values that you work hard for, what you want in life. She did that in between the times she was doing bumps of cocaine in front of me in a living room. Anyway, but... So maybe this really... Well, let's start again. From a young age, my parents impressed on me the values that you work hard for what you want in life. Now, again, not my father. He was busy drinking himself to death and getting in bar fights and breaking his toe. But my mom showed me that your word is your bond and you do what you say and you keep your promises. Now, I didn't listen to her, but she told me those things. My mom said you treat people with respect. They taught and showed me values and morals in their daily life. And by they, I mean my mom and her joints. Her box of dope. And that's a lesson I continue to pass along to you, the listener. And we need to pass those lessons on to the many generations of listeners to follow. Because we want our podcast listeners in this nation to know that the only limit to your achievements is the strength of your dreams and your willingness to work for them. Now, I think you're thinking to yourself, well, Mike, I've heard that somewhere before. That seems familiar. That seems like a lot of regurgitated platitudes that nobody would care about. And I got to admit, I did a little work on that because that's a second draft. The first draft, here's what I was originally going to tell you guys. My brothers and I were raised with so many of the same values. That you work hard for what you want in life. That your word is your bond and you do what you say you're going to do. That you treat people with dignity and respect even if you don't know them and even if you don't agree with them. Now, again, I don't believe any of that bullshit. However, that's what I was told. And that's why it only made it into the first draft, not into the second draft. And Lily and I set out to build lives guided by these values and pass them on to the next generation of listeners, because we want our listeners and all the listeners in this nation to know that the only limit to the height of your achievements is the reach of your dreams and your willingness to work for them. And now you know why that was a first draft. It's full of shit. That was a first draft. We had to modify it for the second draft, certainly. And so the second draft certainly has much more impact, probably, when you think about it, because what you always want to do is take a great piece of oration and tweak it just a little bit to put it in your own voice, and boom, you got a whole new piece of oration. I have a friend named Rich Stein, a comedian, who used to say there's a thin line between an homage and a lift. And for those of you who have no idea what those word jumbles that I just put together are, I don't know if you may have seen Melania Trump's speech the other day. I apologize. I don't know if you may have seen Melania Trump reading Michelle Obama's speech the other day off of a teleprompter, which I remember them saying was so evil and terrible that, oh my God, he can't even speak without a teleprompter. Well, then they trot this fucking woodhead up there and she babbles on, and she's the best. And the thing is, I'll tell you what, this is what's terrible about it. I don't want to come down on her. I don't. She sucked the lucky dick and she got rich. Good for her. That's fine. That's what this whole fucking world is. That's what it is. And I'm not kidding. And that's, some people get ahead that way. That's how some people want to do it. If all you've got are smoky eyes and a heavy fucking accent, then find a billionaire to fuck and you're going to be fine.
You don't think they're in love?
I don't even think he's a billionaire. I just said that a second ago.
I agree.
But you know what? That's where it started, was he fooled her, and he went, I could fool the fucking whole nation. And it turns out he is. I mean, Jesus Christ. So before you come down on her, just recognize that he's fooled a half a nation of Melanias, and he's gotten them to fall into fucking line. And they're all just kneeling in front of him waiting to get Trump cock, and I don't understand it. I don't understand it. And look, this is not a political show. I recognize that. But right now, that's what we have going on, because it means something for the future of this country. Because I don't want to wind up in a camp. I just don't. And I'm exactly the guy that will wind up in a camp. There'll be Muslims sent away, and there'll be Mexicans not allowed in, and they'll go, well, let's get all the fat, white, mouthy dudes and throw them in a camp. Done. Even though all the fat, white, mouthy dudes are supporting Donald Trump. I'm the one who's not. I'm literally the one who's not. I'm the one fat, white, mouthy dude in this country who is not supporting Donald Trump. But actually, so what? Maybe I don't mind a camp if I'm the only dude. If I got cable and 3 hots and a fucking cot, who cares? That's fine. I'm in. I just picture like a coffee table with old speeches laying on it that I could read from the past. I don't fucking get it. I don't. Look, we've all. If you're watching the convention, if you're not watching the convention, if you don't know what's happening, if you don't know what's happening in this country, and look, if you're not from this country, let me go ahead and just cast a blanket apology to you out there in the world. You know, because I'm going to Kuwait in like a month. Literally a month from today. I may not come back. I might just start Uber with camels out there. That's what I'm going to wind up fucking doing. Just get myself a fleet of dromedaries and have 4 fucking dudes, and we just go out and just fucking me and 3 Ahmeds. That's it. Ahmed, and Mike. And that's it. We're just going to go out there and we're going to camel dudes throughout the fucking desert. I'm in.
It's like Ahmed.
I wonder if I'm going to I might have to get because I know the Ahmed who's flying me out there, he's not going to be part of this. He's a very successful engineer and he wants nothing to do with it, but he may invest.
So you're naming it after him?
That's exactly it. Ahmed, and Mike. I'll take 4th billing. I don't care. I got to ride a camel when I'm there, right? Don't I?
Totally.
They better. There's all this bullshit. I got to have white robes and a scimitar and fucking all that nonsense. It's going to be perfect. I'm just going to eat a fig. Dude, I can't wait to go. It's a month away. And I especially can't wait to go when I watch the speeches in the fucking Republican convention. And I'm like, I may never come back. I may not. I may sneak into Iraq. I understand they're having some liberal laws there these days where you can just kind of do whatever you want. I saw some fucking news story about some guy who like preserved a bunch of Iraqi museum stuff and he's trying to keep it safe. And I'm like, that's fantastic. By all means, do a fucking news story about him. That's the guy you want to put on the news. Hey, I saved the first Bible ever written. I've got it hidden in my house somewhere. Well, and they're off. Literally, ISIS just comes galloping up on ostriches and they're like, we're going to bop in there and steal this fucking Bible, you idiot. They watch that fucking news show and they're like, I can't wait to cut that guy's head off on the news. It's going to be so good. Knock, knock. Who's there? ISIS. ISIS who? Didn't you see the fucking ostriches? You know it's us. I have no idea what the mode of transportation ISIS uses are, but I'm preferring the ostrich.
I think it's awesome.
How great. Wouldn't that strike fear into the hearts of everybody? Well, dude, we had a cavalry here, and we had like fucking horses and shit, and like charge of the light brigade, and it's like, okay, fine, horses, whatever, that's expected. If a fucking fleet of dudes show up on ostriches, holy Jesus! You win the war immediately. Like literally, you win the battle in the first 5 seconds. Oh, they're approaching. You just hear like, well, that doesn't sound like hooves. Because again, like fucking, horses are like, but ostriches are like, just that fucking thunderous. Hold on, who fell?
They're creepy.
Yeah, and then they get that weird squawk. And then if fucking ISIS comes up and beats you up, and then like the ostriches tear you apart with their fucking scary beaks.
And they will.
Oh my God, that's their deal. Yeah, they're mean. It's like, you ever see, dude, and people don't understand that. Animals are fucking vicious. Like, everybody's like, yay, animals are so cute. Didn't you see a Disney movie? I'm like, yeah. There's like a bear, and there was like, oh, the bare necessities. That song sounds a lot different with guts hanging out of his mouth. After he disembowels you, that song is not nearly as cute. He just swipes you open and cuts open your belly. Oh, the bare necessities. Bear, I don't know if a bear makes that noise. It's more of a Wolverine noise. You think it was a bear attack noise? It was a good bear attack noise?
No, it actually kind of sounded like rabbits.
A rabbit fight? Hey, I'm not bad at that.
What animal is that?
I don't know, but I'm in. Fucking gay. Where's the voiceover jobs? Why shouldn't I should be getting those? We need someone that sounds like a rabid wombat. Perfect. Yeah, I'm in. We need somebody to Foley an ostrich. Look at this! God damn! Hello, alternate careers. From a young age, my parents impressed on me the values that you work hard for what you want in life. If you want to Foley an ostrich, do it. So fucking retarded. I mean, I'll tell you what, man. When you see fucking people, they talk about animals and they're delightful, and then you watch. Then they made those when animals attack shows, and everybody's like, "Hey, animals aren't so delightful." Fuck. You ever see that? Did you ever see that fucking muscular kangaroo outside somebody's patio door?
Yes.
Holy fuck, is that awesome? I love that fucking thing. I'm just like, at that point, you just gotta. I mean, if he's out there and he's mean mugging you like that, come on, he's in your yard. You gotta go fuck him up, right? You can't just fucking just sit there. Yeah, no bullshit. If he fucking calling you out. Because otherwise you're just like a kangaroo bitch like the rest of your fucking life. That's terrible. Seriously, if that fucking kangaroo comes up to your patio door and he's just staring in at you and he's like, yeah, you know what? The only thing between you is a thin pane of glass and opportunity. So why don't you fucking step outside?
No.
And it's like, well, you know what? I'm going to have to fucking do it, Hoppy. Let's do this. And then you get murdered. But so what? You can't back down. Because then you're just on the wrong end of kangaroo cock the rest of your fucking life. You ever get caught outside? That's exactly how it works. If you get stared down by like the master of their tribe, because here's how it works. If that dude stares you down, all right, and he's like fucking calling you out and you back down, then the second you come out of your house, all the other kangaroos know you're a bitch. It's like a prison yard, and they're going to pin you down and fucking kangaroo you. You're going to get nailed. But if you step outside and you beat that dude in hand-to-hand combat, you can fucking kangaroo you want for the rest of your life.
There's a win.
Look at that. Why not?
I'm just trying to figure out what kangaroo pussy's like.
Whoa.
I don't think I want kangaroo cock or kangaroo pussy.
Well, I don't know enough about the kangaroo anatomy to know about the pussy, because I would go down on a kangaroo and I just start like fucking tonguing it, and then a little hand to grab my tongue and I'm tonguing the pouch. Fuck.
That is the name of the show.
What?
Tongue in the pouch.
Tongue in the pouch? Oh man, I licked a Joey. I went looking for her clit and I licked a Joey. God damn it, that sucked. I think I could please a kangaroo.
Oh my god.
Well, I don't even need to please her. Honestly, if I beat the shit out of the male kangaroo, she's going to fake it for me the rest of her life anyway. I'm obviously the king.
Oh Christ.
If I thrash the head of their fucking their head of their union or whatever the fuck they got a kangaroo union. I'm not aware of that.
They do have a court.
Oh, they do. Nicely done. Order. But yeah, you got to take that guy out. You got a fucking muscular fucking kangaroo with abs just staring you down. That's the way it works. That's the animal kingdom. Just because we got thumbs and we built a house doesn't mean we don't have to fuck up a kangaroo every once in a while. Because they're shitty, man. They're staring. That guy's staring right in your fucking house. He's looking at you like, yeah, you want some? And it's like, yeah, fuck yeah, I think I want some. Because you got to take them out. So then again, you can always get laid in Kangarooville. You can always get laid in Kangarooville. Forget it, Jake. It's Chinatown. Forget it, Jake. It's Kangarooville. You can always get laid in Kangarooville. All right. So I would take that dude out. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I got nothing going for me anymore at this point. I'm 48. Things are over. I got 25 years left on this planet. Why shouldn't I spend it punching kangaroos? And try and having Uber camels all over the fucking place.
Like the Uber camels.
Ahmad, and Mike. I like it. It's a good plan. I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna lose myself in some sandstorm. There's gonna be a Scirocco, and I'm gonna ride it. I'm gonna ride it into the desert. Nobody will ever see me again. And eventually scientists will find my skull in like 4,000 years and be like, oh, there was a stupid guy out here once. Holy shit. Look at this stupid kangaroo punching motherfucker. How the fuck did he get in the desert? We can't like this guy. We hate him, quite frankly. Why would they hate my skull? I'd be the one skull they'd find that they wouldn't like qualify as like a cool find. They'd just like put me in the dumb museum. Look at this dumb idiot. Guy rode a Scirocco into the fucking woods and then fucking died. The woods? Desert. Whatever. Desert's just the woods without trees, that's all. So look, folks, I don't know what's happening in this country. All I know is that there's a lesson that I continue to pass along to my listeners, and we need to pass those lessons on to the many generations of listeners to follow. Because we want our children and all the children in this nation to know that the listeners' only limit to the height of their achievements is the reach of their dreams and their willingness to work for them. Also, by the way, listeners, know this about me. I'm never going to give up. And I'm never going to let you down. What kind of cartoon do we live in, folks? Seriously, explain it to me. I don't, because again, this morning, everybody went crazy and they're all like, oh my gosh, Melania, she totally plagiarized her speech. And then they're dealing with, like, it's a serious issue. They're talking to each other and they're like, well, do you think she plagiarized? Do you think she plagiarized it? What? And then the best part is, like I said, by the way, there's also a Rickroll in the speech. What? I love that the Rickroll made it into the original and then survived the edit. Like, how many other lyrics? Because again, that's my shtick. Don't fucking take my shtick. I'm the guy who talks in song lyrics, motherfucker. Don't you fucking bringing that to the national stage. Let's keep it niche. Let's keep it indie with Mike Schmidt. He will never ever give up and never ever let you down. Oh my God. And I will be honest with you, yesterday I was at the gym. I'm with John, and I'm lifting, and we were talking about the convention and what a circus it was going to be. And I go, the bad thing is his wife's the speaker tonight. I go, and they're going to jump all over her no matter what. I go, first of all, she shouldn't even be involved. Second of all, she can't speak well. I mean, she's from fucking the moon or where the fuck she's from in Slovakia, right?
She's Slovakian.
Or Slovenian.
Slovenian.
Yeah, I don't know where the fuck she's from. Someone with a V in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Slovenia.
And so she's from there. Where they literally just turn out hot white chicks and they sell them to Americans. That's basically it.
I'm not sure that's exactly how it works.
They might grow potatoes too. I don't know what the fuck they do over there. Slovenia, Slovakia, tomato. Yeah, actually, I think she's from Tomato. Actually, believe it or not, she's a Tomatoian. But I mean, I said to John, I go, the thing is, they're going to kill this chick tonight, and because she's not a speaker, she's a model. She's literally, if she could walk down the runway and have her tit fall out, everybody would go, yay, that's what she does. All right, good for her. But instead, they're going to give her a fucking speech. And then I hear, look, I'm not being anti-woman. I'm being anti-Melania at this point right now. Because apparently I've heard she speaks 5 languages. Apparently none of them well. Because that's the thing I always love when they go, hey, she speaks 5 languages. I'm like, well, she might want to master one of them before she moves on to the other 4. I'm sure she's fluent in Slovenian, Slovakian, but when she got to American, she's had a couple of halting pauses there. He will never ever give you up and never ever let you down. Well, thank you, supervillain from an 80s movie. Good voice. Creepy. She just, you know what? She just looks like one of the models with Bruce Wayne in every fucking Batman film who walks into a restaurant when he's trying to pretend that he still has a secret identity. I mean, and they make her the fucking focal point. Dude, in this country, like, they didn't want JFK to be president because he was Catholic.
Yep.
They've always said, like, a Jew will never win. All right, they need to know their religion. They need to know, is he Protestant? There was all these qualifiers that kept you away. This motherfucker had his 3rd wife speak on the first night of the convention. Everybody went, yes, brave. How brave? What do you mean, how fucking brave? Jesus Christ, the only thing missing was those giant wings they have at the Victoria's Secret show. Put those on her. She trots the fuck out and then she reads that speech poorly. And that's not even her fucking speech. But like I said to John, I go, they're going to kill this chick because she's not a public speaker. She's a model, and she shouldn't be forced into this thing. And so now the idiots who shouldn't be jumping on her are going to jump on her.
Yeah.
But then she comes out and gives everybody a reason to jump on her. Like, if she would have just come out and she'd just been like, baseball been very, very good to me, everybody would have been fine with it. But you gotta, she would have played the fucking role. She should have walked out with like a mortarboard with a fucking tassel hanging off it, like, I am smart, very Slovenian smart. Fuck. And then this morning, the spin where they're defending her. This is all a Hillary plot. Anytime a woman comes up against her, they try to destroy. Oh my fucking God. You know what? Did you plagiarize that from the shit you said last week and the week before and the week shit you said fucking 12 years ago, you fucks? Republicans have been plagiarizing since Clinton was in office in 1992 and just repeating the same bullshit about Whitewater and Vince Foster and every other fucking thing. God damn it, dude. And the thing is, I think they really threw the Rickroll in there literally that one dude put that in just to be a goof. And he's off to the side with it. He's just like, I can't fucking believe she said it. And now he's pissed he didn't leave Say Goodbye and Make You Cry in there. He was gonna. He totally had that in the first draft. He's like, fuck. Because she would have said any bullshit you threw in the teleprompter, really. When I first met my Donald, I ran. I ran so far away. But eventually I realized he was rich. So I gave him my phone number. 867-5309. The fuck, man? When I first met Donald, I did not realize he was a serious statesman who would someday be president. I thought he wanted nothing but a good time. And how could I resist? It don't get better than this. People would have gone crazy. They would have gone crazy. Because it's that level of stupid in that crowd.
Scares me.
Donald got my number off the bathroom wall. He decided it was about time to make the call. His friend said, she's tight. She's a hell of a time. She's tight. She's one of a kind. She's tight. Such a talented girl. She's tight. She's got her head down tight. She would have read any bullshit you would have thrown in that fucking teleprompter and then denied it later. But what? What are you talking about? Because here's my favorite part. She said she wrote it. That's the thing. Like in the beginning, so they asked her yesterday, and she's like, "Oh, I wrote the whole speech. I wrote it because I don't know if you know where there's 5 languages and smart and fucking tassel and all that bullshit. Remember that? Remember that bullshit we tried to feed you before when I smiled in a magazine? And so she's like, I wrote it. And then it turns out it's stolen and there's all this bullshit in there. And then they're like, well, there was a team of guys who took her ideas out of her pretty little head. Like now they tried to marginalize her as some she's just a girl. She's not expected to do that kind of thing. So there was a huge cadre of speechwriters who listened to her for days and days as she pontificated about the world. And I believe that because I believe at some point out of her mouth, a Rickroll would come out for no reason. She's a fucking banana head. Of course. I love that you give the national stage to a woman whose statesman experience right now is just picking out the right color garter belt to match her husband's tie. Yeah, let's get her out there. Trot her out. People are going to believe her. Well, look, again, not all... hey, because I don't feel that way about Hillary. I think Hillary literally she comes on stage, she picks up Melania by the ankle, puts her in her mouth, and pulls out bones. I mean, that's how fucking Hillary rolls. And any one of them, look, Condoleezza Rice. Get her out there, do that, because she's a fucking genius. I mean, whether she made wrong decisions or right decisions, whatever the fuck you agree or you disagree, it doesn't matter. She has pedigree, she has gravitas, and she fucking could get it done. That's someone you would go, oh, okay, it makes sense that she's speaking on a national stage, not some fucking bim who's holding a tuna can.
It was rough.
I don't mean she's a bim. She's nice, I'm sure. She's a lovely woman. It's just, and like I said, you suck the lucky cock and you have a kid and you're like set for fucking life. Because again, she's from Slovakia. It's a fucking town full of rock farmers and dog breeders. You want to fucking live there when you look like that? Imagine her. In America, people like that get catcalled. You know what they get there? Pushed down and raped by a tractor.
Yeah.
That's right. Even the farm equipment is sentient enough to abuse women in those fucking countries. You want to worry about farmers and men? Fuck that. Imagine if a shovel pins you down and penetrates you. That's no fun. Eating Donald Trump's ass would look a lot better if you were, otherwise you were just eating fucking rocks on the street. It's fucking Slovakia.
Oh man, so many visuals.
Literally, if you want to get out of the country, that's all they're doing is they're lining up. They put their name in a fucking thing. They're like, please buy me, bring me to America, anything at all. I must go to Macy's, please, 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 please. Tired of eating bugs, please, please, please. And then sure enough, he swoops in, he takes her. She's on the cover of Elle, she's on the cover of W, she's on the cover of Vogue. Poses naked. Next thing you know, she's at the Republican National Convention giving a fucking speech. It's not her fault. She's out of her depth.
Yep.
If she wanted to talk about how they had to peel her nipples off when they gave her fucking breast implants and the placement of them when they put them back on, that's fine. I listened to her. She's an expert. If she wants to tell me about the most comfortable bra, I'm going to listen. Because that is someone who has a lot of experience in that. If she wants to talk about the horrors of seeing your ankles and Donald Trump's eyes in the same sight line, then that's going to be a problem. That's something she's going to know about.
Wow.
And if Ivana Trump and fucking Marla Maples, like literally the three of them, you don't think they get together and just go, God, this is awful. Why does his semen taste like an ashtray? Oh my God. That's what Ivana says. And then Marla Maples is like, his semen tastes like an ashtray? Well, luckily he just wanted to fuck me. And then the new one is just like, he just shoots on my face. Like, I don't even get to taste it.
Oh my God, this is awful.
It is, because it's not true. That's true, because you know what? He feels that his cum is so precious, he probably just shoots it on himself. My seed is beautiful. My seed is so beautiful. It's so big. I can't waste it on you girls. If we're gonna have a baby, I'll waste it on you. I'll shoot it in you. But I'm not gonna shoot it anywhere. So literally, just here's this visual. All of Ivana or Marla Maples or fucking whether it's the new one, Melania, they had to. Half their job was they had to climb on top of him and fuck him until he was ready to come, and then they had to slide their bodies underneath him like a fucking fuck pillow so he could bend up and shoot in his own eye. That's what he does.
Oh my God.
Think of that wriggly motherfucker just bending himself in half to come in his own mouth. How about that? Guy's just bent over at the waist like Bailey J, scooping up his own load.
Okay.
Because it's too precious to waste on anybody else. Because God forbid he makes another Don Jr. The fuck is with those idiots? God damn it, what a fucking weird army of people he's produced. That's what happens when you fuck a bankruptcy note. You just literally wind up with these horrible kids. And and look, the kid, the daughter, Ivanka, she's, again, because, even he said, he's like, hey, I'd fuck her. What did you say?
I think they're dating.
Maybe. Dating's a strong word. I think he's ruined a couple of her dresses. I'm going to go that far. Because you know why? She's a Trump. He doesn't mind shooting a seed on her.
It's a creepy.
You're of my loins. You're of my loins. You deserve my seed. Terrible. But people support him. They're yay. He's the president. Yay, he's going to be the president. What? Why? And look, again, this is not a political show. We all know that.
But is he a political candidate, really?
In name only?
Yeah.
He's a fop. I mean, literally.
He's licensed his name to the presidency.
Yeah. It's the one thing he doesn't have his fucking name on that he wants to try to get it on there. Because all he wants to do is fucking win. I'm telling you, all he wants to do is fucking win. And look, I know people are going to be like, dude, you talked about this 2 weeks ago, you talked about it 3 weeks ago. Well, it's what's going on. And it's really this weird, I've never seen this in my country before. And look, I'm not patriotic Jones. I'm not wrapped up in a fucking flag. Look, you know that I set out to build lives guided by these values and pass them on to the next generation. Because I want my listeners and all listeners in this nation to know the only limit to the height of my achievements is the reach of my dreams and my willingness to work for them, correct? We all know that. I was actually disappointed he picked the idiot from Indiana to be this fucking VP.
I am shocked.
Well, I'm shocked too, because considering his followers, I thought he was going to pick Slipknot. Trump and Slipknot in 2016. Like literally, or Disturbed, like one of those fucking bands. Literally, Trump and Disturbed in 2016. Wah! Wah! I can't even do it. Fuck, man. That's who that would appeal to. Trump and Godsmack 2016. You'd probably get more votes. But then he picked that guy at Indiana. And then I read about that guy. He's one of those, everyone's like, well, at least he picked a governor. That's a serious politician. That dude wanted women to pay for their own fetuses, abortions, funerals. He's like, hey, if a woman has an abortion, she has to pay for the funeral. Get the fuck out of here. First of all, if a woman has an abortion, it winds up in a fucking drinking glass? Aren't you going to fucking take land? What are you going to get? He said inter them like in a tomb or a crypt. Like, so you want ghostly babies just swirling around your fucking, I mean, dude, just throw them in the dumpster at this point. They're finished. They're just tissue. That's it. That's all. They didn't have a soul. They weren't a person. And yes, again, this is not a political show, as we know. I will tell you this, from a young age, my parents impressed on me the values that work hard for what you want in life. When I read that, I mean, because also he also came up with the bathroom thing. He was another idiot with the bathrooms, with nobody can go to the bathroom. So I got news for you. Let me ask you this. So it's like trans people can't use the women's bathroom in Indiana. Is that that's what I understand? Is that also count for gay people? Like gay people can't use the bathroom, like lesbians or anything? Because let me ask you this. What if a lesbian gets raped and then she has her baby and miscarries in a lady's bathroom? Is it like Cat's game and everybody just gets to walk away scot-free? Someone got to pay for that funeral? Is the rapist there? I mean, how does that work? Because they keep hearing that rule too, where they're like, well, only in the I don't even know if this is a fucking issue. Well, they talk. Look, abortion is whatever. Okay, you deal with that. And everybody should be able to make their own fucking decision. And then if there is a comic book dude in the sky, then you got to go up to him and he's going to go, hey, what happened to that kid I sent you? And you're going to go, well, funny thing happened on the way to the hospital. Either I was raped by a guy I didn't want to be with, or I just decided I want to have a pregnancy, or, I got a promotion at work, or whatever the fuck your reason is. That's your reason, and it's your body, and guess what? It's just like my car. You get in my car and you act the fool, I'm going to abort you out the back fucking seat, motherfucker. And if St. Peter wants to have a chat with me about it, that's fine. My decision, my car. If I have an unwanted pregnancy in my Toyota Camry, I am going to get a hanger and drag it out the fucking back. Because I'm the king of that castle. And that's how I feel about abortion. I don't give a fuck. Do what you want. Okay? I mean, if I have a girl and I knock her up, I'm hoping she will listen to me. If something happens, if there's any sort of discussion to be had, I would hope to be included. But in reality, it's kind of not my decision at that point. But regardless, I don't purport to tell you what you want to do. And if you want to believe that there's, like I said, that there's that magic book that says you shouldn't do those things, good for you. Then impart those wisdoms and those values into your kids, and maybe they will keep them, or maybe they'll grow up to be realists, and they will see what happens. And God love you if you tell them not to have abortions and you're staunchly abortion, and then all of a sudden, well, I don't know, a gardener decides to poke a fucking hole in your daughter, and then she winds up pregnant with a gardener's baby. Do you want to raise a gardener's baby? No, you don't. You don't even want to tip the gardener $5 at Christmas. You're going to raise his kid? The fuck out of here. And you know how many rapist gardeners are out there? I've heard it from Trump. They're all Mexicans. They're all rapists. You see a guy with a leaf blower next to you, he's got designs on your daughter, daddy. A lot of D's. How the fuck did I spin off into abortion? I don't know. I have no idea. All I know is, look, how do we do this?
Vice President. Crazy.
He is crazy. He was the balance. He was the fucking balance to the ticket.
Supposed to be.
But he's, and look, anti-abortion, I don't.
He's anti-women. He's not even anti-abortion. He's anti-women.
Who isn't? Literally, I hate to say that, but who isn't these days?
Yeah.
And always they have that platform where they're just like, no abortion. And then they try to make that compromise. They're like, well, what if there's rape or incest? Look, man, if you're making that semantic argument, you've lost the battle already. Because even worse is the guys who go, no, you must carry the baby to term. I'm like, well, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I don't want to have my uncle's kid. I don't even want to have Thanksgiving dinner with my uncle. I'm happy I'm a man. Or at least I have the plumbing of one. That's all. I don't know if I have the brain of one or the heart of one. But I know I have a fucking cock, and that's all that matters. Because nobody's going to yell at me. Tell me what I got to do with it.
Yep.
Hey, man, where are you shooting that thing? Careful where you point that thing. Nobody cares. I could shoot fucking a blast into a kangaroo's eye. Nobody give a flying fuck. Take that, buddy. First, I got to win the battle. Certainly, first I got to defeat their king. I got to defeat their king on the kangaroo battleground, which is fine. I'm happy to do it. Step right up. I'll land a couple of shots. Pull out your Joey and show it to you.
Ow.
Yeah, that's right. You want some of me, Kangaroo Jones? I don't think you do. Put him up. Put him up. What am I fighting a kangaroo in the 40s? I got into a time machine to kill Hitler. Wound up having to fight a kangaroo instead. Or actually, I had to fight through Hitler's phalanx of kangaroo bodyguards to get to him. That's why when you watch a kangaroo and he puts his hand in the air, that's the Heil Hitler sign. They're notorious Nazis. Kangaroo are terrible Nazis. They're so bad. That's why they were staring in that person's house. That was a Jewish person's house. And they sent that fucking muscle guy up there. He's just like, Did you remember Kangaroonacht? All right. By the way, Kangaroonacht has to be the name of the show. It's now the Triumph. And fitting with the theme today, we should just name the show what we named last week's show, or whatever we named it. Literally just, I don't know. What are you talking about? We didn't mean that. We didn't use that name before. These assholes with the spin coming out, and they're just like, yeah, no, Melania's great. That was the spin, too. This is a Democratic plot to undermine her speech because she was too good, and they didn't anticipate it. Oh, my God.
What was the cartoon it was supposedly that Michelle Obama must have stolen hers from?
My Little Pony?
Yeah, she
I think
stole
it
it
was.
from My Little Pony.
Yeah. But here's my favorite part. But you still stole it from her.
That's right.
So even if she stole it from My Little Pony, which, again, revisionist history, we're looking at 4 years ago or 8 years ago, or whatever the fuck it was.
By the way, I think My Little Pony stole it from her.
Stole it from Michelle?
I think My Little Pony came after Michelle.
I will not have you malign My Little Pony and accusing him of plagiarism. I don't know if he is. You ever see those fucking tails that chicks get and they shove them in their ass?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of phony. Oh, you got one?
No.
You made a face there, like you all of a sudden you brightened up. You're like all happy for a second.
I have a friend who has one, and it's the same pink as her hair, and she's really cute.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't get the point. I'm not a furry, so I mean, I guess that doesn't do it for me. But I have a really furry blanket that feels, pretty good on you when you're naked. But I mean, I guess is that kind of the same thing as a Donald Duck suit? I mean, I have no idea. Because I don't know who the fuck is walking around going, man, I want to fuck a giant chipmunk. I mean, good for you. But I mean, I got a bunch of weird shit I want to do.
You wanted to tongue a pouch a little while
Look,
ago.
man, that's fine. That's me. I'm totally, but because that's a real furry. You know what I mean? I don't want some human dressed up in a duck suit. Fuck that. I'm going straight to the duck. If I want to fuck a duck, I'll fuck a duck. I don't want to fuck a guy dressed up like a duck.
What if you fuck a girl dressed up as a kangaroo and you get to tongue her pouch and lick her joey?
Boy, you make it sound kind of hot.
Yeah, well, there you go.
I might be on board. I might be a closet furry.
I
You know what? I'm a closet furry who wants to get into a girl's furry closet. That's what I want to do. That's a good name for a pussy, a furry closet. Holy shit, I like that now. I just invented it.
Except you don't like it furry, do you?
I like it, period. But no, I like clean floor. I like a bare floor. I like a sheen. I like to be able to see myself in it. I want a vulva I can see myself in. I can see myself in most vulvas. God damn it. All right, so. I prefer a bare thing, but I'm not averse to the other. The lovely Jill is actually in the middle of getting I probably shouldn't say this.
Yeah, you're not good with that.
I'm probably not. All right. I can see myself in her vulva. Oh boy. Yeah, that is a sharp reflection. But I'm not going to make her wear a weird suit. That would be fucking strange, right? No, because she looks too good naked. I don't need her to wear a fucking like a bear suit. Although a bear, I gotta admit, a bear with like Jill's head would be totally sexy. I think I'd be on board for that.
See, and that's weird because most of the time, like the bare head in the human body, you'd be like, I want to fuck a mermaid. You can't fuck a mermaid.
If you got a fucking paring knife, you can fuck a mermaid.
Oh!
Yeah, just go fucking. That seems like too many cuts. But I get carried away with the mermaid.
Also seems kind of violent.
No, she's into it. She lives in the ocean. She eats bugs or whatever the fuck, lobsters and spiny guys.
Bugs in the ocean.
Yeah, whatever they got in there.
She's shrimp.
Yeah, but she swims around with her mouth open. Just like a fucking whale. That's how mermaids eat. You didn't know that? They sing that siren song. They get fucking guys to wreck their ship, and they dive underneath, and they just open their mouth up and scoop up whatever's fucking hanging out from the galley. So like if there's like fucking sailor potatoes or something.
Sailor potatoes? Those sound graphic.
It's a good name for a band. So again, folks, what I've come to tell you is there's a lesson that I continue to pass along to you. I need to pass those lessons on to the many generations of podcast listeners to follow. Scott Baio showed up. And Antonio Sabato Jr. Like, this is so funny. This is the first night. Like I want to pretend that there's more to crazy to come, and there is, certainly. And there's another thing. I think they planted that fucking speech for her to do all that, bullshit and the Rickroll and everything, so they wouldn't notice the other psychopaths that they had up there fucking talking. They had Duck Dynasty up there. They had fucking Sabato. They had Baio. Scott Baio was up there. They had Joey Lawrence from Blossom showed up. He had a few words to say. They had Ugly Naked Guy from Friends. He was there. He had a discussion.
But nobody said anything.
No, they yelled a lot.
Hate, criminal, hate, criminal, bad, criminal, hate.
Be scared. Yeah.
It was really weird.
Yeah, they want to put... Here's the thing. They don't want just Hillary to lose the election. They want to put her in jail. Like, and this is... Dude, they've wanted to do this since 1992. Again, they've been after the Clintons because, and again, this is not a political show. We understand that. And please recognize these are the opinions of an oaf. But he beat them at their own game. Because they were dominating, Reagan and then Bush, and we're just going to hold this forever. And then Clinton came along and he basically out-Republicaned the Republicans. But then also by still being like kind of young and hippish kind of, he was the first guy I was ever excited to vote for. I was like, yeah, I cannot wait to vote for this fucking guy, because I thought he was interesting and fun, and he kind of seemed like me to a certain extent, where I was like, I can relate to that guy. Everybody else was a fucking mummy. Like everybody else was these old dudes like George Bush and all those other guys, and they just did the same shit.
And he got pussy. Boy, they were angry about that.
Dude, you can't get pussy and exist. And then the funny thing is, Ken Starr, the guy who head up that whole fucking investigation, is now at Baylor University, and it turns out they have a huge sex scandal where these football players are all fucking raping people. And then he spins that in a way where he's just like, well, it's almost like boys will be boys, and then they fucking, he gets to resign, but he still has tenure and he gets his pension and all this. I'm like, just because Clinton got a blowjob, it seems cliche to say, and it's terrible to say, well, oh yeah, because Clinton got a blowjob, they went after, but that's totally what happened. Because they couldn't get him on any other thing, so they got him on the perjury charge because of the fucking Monica thing, and then all of a sudden they kept trying to introduce Whitewater and Vince Foster and then Jennifer Flowers, and they kept trotting out all these chicks and stuff like that. And look, I don't know anything. If Clinton was a serial rapist, which I keep hearing all the time, which they murdered Vince Foster, I don't know if any of that is true. Okay? But I know that what he did was he beat them, and they fucking hate it.
Yep.
So they've gone after him ever since. They've tried to vilify him. They're trying to find that Clinton Foundation. And I know I'm going to get letters from people go, well, you don't understand the Clinton Foundation. There was an $11,000 discrepancy. I don't fucking care, man. I don't. Because if you try to tell me that there aren't politicians all over the place floating fucking numbers and changing everything in the wrong fucking way, and then that's the guy they chose to go after? They're still busting on Hillary's balls for this fucking email thing. My favorite GIF is just that thing where she's sitting at the table and she's just like sighing into her hand and she's looking as they recite all their bullshit. And the whole reason they did that fucking pony show was to get her up there so they could yell at her and put it and hold a finger in her face. The entire Republican National Committee, they're just nuns with rulers waiting to fucking smack the whole nation's hand. And it's like, man, the fuck away from me. If I want to jerk off, I'm going to jerk off. Okay? Why don't you fix the roads? Why don't you quit worrying about what people do in their fucking bedrooms and their bathrooms and just fucking take care of the things you're supposed to take care of? How about a bridge that doesn't fucking collapse? How about a fucking crane that doesn't fall on somebody's head? God damn it. And I'm old. Again, I got 25 years left. That's it. I got 25 years left in this world. I just want to make sure the water holds out until I die. That's it. The day after I die, all the water can dry up. Because I have full confidence that my godson Val will lead a rebel charge and find water somewhere to save the civilization. And anybody out there with a kid, I root for you, and I hope your kids are fine. I hope everything goes well, and I hope you all enjoy Canada. But I mean, Jesus Christ. Because I mean, look, you know my feeling on kids. I just feel that from a young age, my parents impressed on me the values that you work hard for what you want in life. Your word is your bond. You do what you say. You keep your promise. You treat people with respect. My mom taught and showed me those values and morals in my daily life, especially when I came home to a house full of stolen stereo equipment. That was fucking great. That was the greatest day of my life. I walked in, there's like 30 microwaves in my living room. I'm like, I'm going to get a microwave in my room. It's going to be awesome. No. Sorry, son. We're just a way station for the Sopranos. Oh, okay, great. Well, you go get high. I'm going to go hide in the basement. Fantastic. Before the fucking man's agents climb in and try to shoot Dale. All right, so I don't understand the trying to moralize everybody. I don't understand the telling people how to behave. That's not what government is supposed to do. You're supposed to make it easier for us to behave the way we want to behave and make it safe for everybody who wants to behave a certain way. You want to be gay, be gay. You want to punch a kangaroo and fuck it? Go right ahead. All right, don't do that maybe. You shouldn't do that. But still, unless you have a show and you want to talk about it, because then you can do it. You probably sell that concept.
No kangaroo. No kangaroo sex.
Well, there's no kangaroos here.
But kangaroos can't consent.
Yeah, they can.
How?
I don't know what noise a kangaroo makes. But I'm sure it's... well, if you point at it and you're like, hey, I'm going to fuck you, and he just kind of like, hey, gives you the thumbs up. Do they have thumbs?
Oh my God.
I don't know.
That's not how consent works.
Thumbs up?
No.
We have a real problem. In this country and abroad. Because I always thought thumbs up, man. You know what it means? It means A, cool, Fonzie. It means I am not sleeping yet from Hulk Hogan from a sleeper hold. And then it means... or anybody in a reverse naked choke, it just means I'm okay to the ref. and it means I'm down to fuck. That's what a thumbs up means. That's the only three things it means. That's why that emoji is so dangerous.
Is that why that nobody goes like this anymore? If they're like, they go like this if they're in politics.
That little
They
finger
don't
point?
They don't thumb up. They just.
Yeah, the clenched fist.
Yeah.
Clinton invented
Literally,
that.
do you know what they're doing? Getting ready to fist someone. I don't know if you realize, but that's what that is.
That goes in that way?
Insert for a fist.
Really?
When you're doing this to someone, you're literally like, I am going to totally fist you in a minute.
Wow, because what I thought it was I thought they were getting America's nose. Oh. I got it. That's right. And that's what this entire fucking operation is. The Republicans just got our nose. That's it. They're as politically viable as a little kid going, I got your nose. Except they're saying Muslims got your nose. Muslims got your nose. She got your nose. And he's going to fucking blow it up. Unless you put our guy in office, and he'll build a wall around your nose. Which is as just a viable slogan as whatever they have fucking now. Trump Pence for a stronger America. How about Trump Pence? They'll build a wall around your nose. Although I think I like mine better. Hey, you ever wanted to fuck a kangaroo? Or better yet, from a young age, my parents impressed upon me the values that I work hard for what I want in life. And if that's fucking a kangaroo, your word's your bond. You do what you say, keep your promise, and eventually you'll be able to fuck a kangaroo. This is America, right? And I'll tell you what, if I can't fuck a kangaroo in America, god damn it, I'm going to fuck a kangaroo in Kuwait. Because that's just like international waters over there, right? They got nothing going on there. It's gonna be totally lawless. What if I went over there and behaved like there were no laws? Like I was just that guy?
You would be killed.
I get caught in flagrante with a fucking kangaroo. I caught as an international incident. Yeah, that's right. And I know you think I'm using some sort of fancy term, but I really wasn't. The kangaroo's name was Flagrante. You guys can get me at MikeandMikeSchmidtComedy.com. Why not? Let's end on that note. You guys can be my friend at Facebook.com/the40year-old boy. You can follow me at Twitter.com/the40year-old boy. All of the people associated with the show have all their own personal accounts. I think I've told you about them before. Our friend David Hernandez does all of the artwork for this show. The amazing artwork, the fun artwork, the ecstatic artwork. I don't know if the artwork can be ecstatic, but I'm ecstatic about it, certainly. You can go to find him at Facebook.com/DavidMexHernandez or go to artbydmh.com. That's ARTBYDMH.com. And find out if he'll do some personal artwork for you. He just did a Johnny Cash painting. He just did an Otis Redding painting. And they're just amazing. His works are so great. And then he's also got the Valscapes and the Guy-Cons. He's got all sorts of neat stuff at ARTBYDMH. That's artbydmh.com. Check it out. Buy it. Be happy. He'll be happy. And we'll all be Bobby McFerrin. Ryan Dirks does all of the website stuff for this stuff. Find him at Facebook.com/Ryan Dirks. And I don't know if he's doing a Kickstarter anymore, but maybe his wife will just make you a pair of shoes. Who knows? Maybe she's like a little cobbler. Out on the farm, he milks a goat, she makes some shoes. It's a nice life. It's a simple life. I wonder if Ryan has any kangaroos on that farm. Perhaps I pay a visit. Hey, could you do some web stuff for me? I'll just be out browsing in the kangaroo pen. Taking care of business. In flagrante. And, of course, our great friend Lily Von Stupp is the producer of this show. She's here now. I'll talk to her a little bit on the other side of this. But first, I want to tell you that if you want to get a hold of her, you can follow her at several different Twitter accounts. That's twitter.com/MNTs, twitter.com/HollywoodBQFest, twitter.com/Lily Von Stupp, and twitter.com/BoobDini. Remember to go to facebook.com/Lily Von Stupp and stare at her page longingly because you're not allowed in. But you can look at the cool stuff that's on it. And if you want to write her a personal note, was there a Patreon page? Let's talk about it. Patreon.com/Lily. That's Lili, as you all know. Go ahead and support the arts and support Lily's art and support her cool things. She's talking about possibly going on the road with stuff. Who knows? Well, she's booked for some things, but she's talking about other things. But the Patreons we'll find out first. So why not go ahead and sponsor our friend Lily at patreon.com/Lily. But if you'd like to write her a personal note.
Oh, yeah.
And find out just how many pickles is too many pickles. You can write her at Lily at burlesque411.com. That's Lily, Lili, at burlesque411.com.
sorrow. We never meant to cause you any stress. We only wanna sometimes see you shopping. We only wanna see you buying stuff from Joe Business. 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 We only wanna see you buying stuff from Joe Business.
Want to remind you folks about the Monday Night Teas every Monday night at the 3 Clubs on Vine at Santa Monica. There's a great show there every week called the Monday Night Teas, and girls get naked and you get a nipple in the eye. You should check it out. It's fantastic and fun.
I don't think that's what happened.
I think it does. Well, I'll tell you what, buy a ticket and find out. That's what I say to people. They're like, I don't think that happens. Well, I'll tell you what, call my bluff, mister. Go to brownpapertickets.com/Monday Night Teas and buy a ticket and see if you get poked in the eye by a nipple. If you do, haha, I'm a prophet. A prophet of rage. If you don't, you know what? Buy a ticket for the next week. See what happens then. That's what I say you do. The Monday Night Teas is a fantastic show. It's a eye endangering show with nipples about, and I got to say it's a fantastic show that's loved by millions. But I know for a fact there's one person who loves it more than anyone else in the world, and she happens to be the producer of that show and the producer of this show. She is my great friend and my confidant, a bon vivant. She is Lily Von Stupp. Hi, Lily. How are you?
I'm great.
Well, that's fantastic. I'm glad to hear it. And everything's good. How was the Monday Night Teas yesterday?
It was fabulous. I'm really sad you couldn't stick around and watch it.
Well, I
had a wonderful
wanted to.
time. I had a wonderful time. Kilt Bill stuck around.
We like Bill.
Bill and I had a fabulous time together. He and I.
My day was truncated yesterday, so I had to dash off into the distance. But I wanted to be there.
We
It was
had
the
a-
erotic titty show, the Prince show.
We had a wonderful purple time together. All of us. We had a big purple experience.
It was so dearly beloved were there.
All of the dearly beloved.
Fantastic. And who? It was a Jezebel Thunder. There was a Lux Lacroix. There was a woman named Sophie.
Garciani, there was a Simone Del Mar.
Simone. That's who I met. I met a Simone who was very nice. This Red Snapper was in the
There was
house.
a Red Snapper. There was a Miss Youth. There was a Brandy Snifter. There was a Lux Lacroix.
Red Snapper and Andrew Moore / Mr. Snapper were there, and they came in a little early and caught the end of the 2020 show.
When I told them, I said, you can get there at 8:30, but 2020 is just ending with Mike. I said, if you want, come early. He's the last person. And they're like, we're going to get there to see him. And they did, and they were very excited.
And then I disappointed them in person, so that's good news. But yeah, so the show was great. It was fantastic. A lot of ladies there taking their clothes off and having fun in purple and spotlights. And who's there next week?
Wait, I have to say something.
Do it.
A big shout out to David Hernandez. Because once again, at the start of Erotic Titty, I got to play the little bumper that he recorded for my show because he's awesome.
He is awesome. There's no doubt denying
and I
that.
Thank you again. I don't thank you enough. Your check is not in the mail because there's no royalties on that one. But thanks for making it. It was awesome.
Yeah, so I heard it when I walked into the club. It was actually being played before rehearsal, which was nice. So that was fantastic, and it was a good show. And I understand there's rumors you may do it again soon somewhere.
We are thinking about taking it to a couple other cities, possibly.
I might go to that one.
Big show.
What if you went to a San Francisco and I scheduled a show like one night and then you had your show one
That would
night?
be awesome.
Could we do it in the same house?
Probably not.
No, I mean house. Like some listener would put us up in their house and we would do it in there. I'd come in, I'd be funny, and then you get a bunch of girls take their clothes off.
We already tried to get you a house to stay in San Francisco. It didn't work well.
Well, that's actually Air D&D. If you get you in there taking your clothes off, so that's pretty cool.
Oh my God! Should we auction off you and I staying at a listener's house together?
I love that idea. Why not?
Okay.
And let's just go and they gotta have. Are you gonna share a room with me, or what are you gonna do? A couch? What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna sleep in the tub with the door locked and hope I don't get raped. That's what I'm gonna do.
I love that. That's
listener.
the sad thing. I was gonna say, yeah. First of all, I'm out. Second of all, all right. Well, because the listener, if I'm a listener, I mean, yeah. If I've got designs on raping you, I certainly make that plan. Because I tell you what, literally just have the bedroom and fill it with like Hershey bars and good cable. You're not gonna fucking see me for a month. Poor Lily's at the fucking at the mercy of whoever the fuck books us and puts us in their house because I'm just in there fucking going to work in a diabetic coma. I like it. It's a good plan. Because again, that sounds fun to me. If you went there and I went there and we did stuff together in a different city, that would be fun.
Friday, Saturday.
All right. Well, let's look at that. We'll think about it.
Okay.
And then who's at next week's Monday Night Teas?
We're celebrating Carmel Knowledge's birthday. I'm very excited. She picked a cast of performers she wanted. Bella Luna's performing. Red Snapper will be performing her California Dreamin'. Gosh, my mind just went blank. I apologize. But it's going to be a great show. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Fantastic. Well, if you guys want to know who's going to be there, go to facebook.com/Monday Night Teas and learn all about the shows that are coming, all the shows that are going, all the shows that have been, and all the shows that will be. They're always available and stacked up there on the goddamn thing. Why do I turn into Ellen Freed at the end of the show for some reason? Hey, that's the platters that matter. It's the sounds that rebound. All right. I follow some dude on Twitter. I forget his name. His name's like Bill Broadway, but he's an air check guy. So he tweets his air checks, and they're those old school fucking 70s, hey, how you doing, everybody? And he's like playing, we're sitting here on a Friday afternoon with a rock set at 4:30 in the afternoon, and he hits the post on fucking all of them, and he's standing up, and he's an old man, he's like fucking probably 60, and he's kind of bopping like to the music and all that. Well, it's older than me. That's all. If you're older than me, you're old, because I'm old. But he tweets out his air checks, and they're fucking phenomenal. I was just like, this is so, because it's such an old school fucking thing to watch. You were going to say something. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, I was just going to ask you if you missed Prairie Home Companion yet.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Because they ended, and
Yeah, they did end. Well, I was saddened by it. Well, I haven't gone out all week. I mean, I've been in the house kind of mourning it. You know what I mean? I've always been that kind of guy. I've always been a Lake Wobegon guy. Like I'm a Wobegon guy anyway. Before it was even a lake, I was born in Wobegon times. But now that it's a lake, I'm totally Wobegon.
You know how they ended that show?
I don't.
Drowned the entire cast.
Did they?
All of them.
I thought they had the Duck Dynasty guys come in and baptize them in Lake Wobegon.
I don't know why I brought that up.
I don't know either. That seems strange.
Because we were talking about radio and air checks, and I was just thinking that ended, and I was like, you don't care.
You know who Garrison Kaler looks like? He looks like the ass judge in The Wall, Pink Floyd The Wall, the animated. You know what I'm talking about? Where it's like at the end of the show, where good morning, Your Honor. Yeah, it's just an ass judge. That's who fucking Garrison Kaler looks like. Because his face is just so fucking horrible. I'm sure he's a lovely man, though. I mean,
He is.
Well, I should have gone on that show, right? But I don't play a reed or a woodwind or hunt ducks, so I mean, I don't think I'd fucking fit in. I never knew what it was. Like, I tried to listen to public radio and NPR and shit like that, and it's just like everybody's just. It's just.
Eddie and I listen to it a lot in the car.
It's fucking.
And they'll go, and they went down and they went to see the thing there. And then there's a little musical interlude. And finally, at one point, he looks at me and he goes, why are there musical interludes? And I went, so you can think and reflect on what they just said. And he goes, wow.
So you can tell the difference between stories. Otherwise, it's just one long fucking chunk about a guy with an Indian mother and a fucking Navajo father, and they live on a dust farm somewhere.
It's so funny, though, because Eddie will do that thing where he slides his hand down his beard now when the music is playing after they say something. And I'm like, reflecting?
Oh, certainly. Well, that's just fucking golf clap radio. I mean, it's just so depressing.
It's wonderful and terrible at the same time.
I even listened to the game show that was on there.
Wait, don't tell me.
That's it, exactly. And I listened to that, and even that, I was just kind of like, it's just all fucking.
Aren't we quaint?
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's very twee. It's just that, you half expect as they're doing it a bluebird to fly into the room and them all to gasp in awe.
Oh
my!
Recently happened.
Yes.
Which one do you think it was? Someone snuck in and stole Bluebeard off the wall. 2 children were playing near a well, and one of them stole the bucket. You just go, what the fuck?
I don't know anything that you're talking about. This is terrible. It all sounds like a fucking code, like the host is being held hostage.
Yes.
They want him to save him. He's giving coordinates via some fucking CIA thing. Oh, you got to take the number of letters in the sentence he just said, and look, and there's the longitude. We got to bust in and save this guy.
Wait, don't tell me.
Yeah, nicely done.
That's so awful.
Yeah, I can't. I don't. And I mean, I shouldn't talk. I mean, that's all I do is rampage. Well, you do certainly.
I do. I listen to NPR a lot.
I listened to NPR for my political coverage, but when I was in the car, like, because they would just do the conventions without fucking opinion.
Yeah,
so I didn't have to hear Brian Williams come in and go, I don't know if you ever heard the term cracker. Shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Nobody cares.
Did he actually use the term cracker?
Yesterday, some chick on Fox News, it was Megyn Kelly. She asked a black guy or a white guy or a black guy, have you ever referred to a white man with the term cracker? And he kind of like danced around it, and then she goes, sir. Like literally, she's going to pin him down on that point. Have you ever used the pejorative term cracker, sir? And then she waxed her legs for an hour.
With a leg cam?
Oh my God, yeah. Come on, you know they got that. You know they have to. And Roger Ailes got the boot today. I love that. Again, we talked about earlier about Kenneth Starr and the fucking witch hunt over a Clinton with a blowjob. Meanwhile, this is the guy who runs. He's the house fucking monkey for that motherfucking station. He's run it forever. And he leaves with a $40 million golden parachute after telling girls to fucking suck his cock. His angry red cock. And it's so horrifying that it just shows, again, Bill O'Reilly. People forget about that shit. Fucking the loofah, your body and all that stuff. Yes, they forget. And then they get to be moralizers and talk about these people, and they pretend that there's some sort of leader, and they're not.
Who doesn't forget?
Who's that?
The women. We remember. We know. Guys forget. Whatever. It was just, it was a guy thing. Oh, yeah. He, like, slept with a secretary, right? That's the way they look at it. We're like, no, he sexually harassed me for 4.5 years and molested me.
Yeah.
But you were okay with that, right?
Well, if you should have got another job then.
Yeah.
You know who else remembers? Pepperidge Farm.
They remember all the crimes.
Oh my God!
Women.
I opened a bag of Milanos and it just said, "Remember Ailes, avenge them, avenge Gretchen." Save Ferris and avenge Gretchen was in both there. I had both slips of paper.
But just think about the fact that now that he's had to retire, they are going to be sued.
Well, think about that, dude, because they told that horrible anecdote where there's like a 16-year-old girl and he whipped out his cock. And if you look at that dude, he's literally all foreskin. Like, that's all that dude is. He is a foreskin in a suit. I can't even imagine trying to dig for it. You know what I mean? It would have to pop out like a turkey thermometer. You got to turn the heat up so it pops out for you. Jesus Christ. And she even described it like his angry red penis or whatever the fuck. And I'm just like, well, first of all, that's Prince's worst song. Second of all, angry red penis. So fucking.
We did not use that in erotic titty.
No, it didn't happen?
We did not.
Dave, get on that, man. You were supposed to record that bumper for them. What's your problem? I love addressing Dave while you and I are talking because this show is just for us at this point. Nobody listens this far in. Nobody ever does.
Yes, they do.
No. I'll tell you what, anybody who listens this far in, I'll give you the download of your choice. I don't even care if you're still here. Although, literally, the only people who listen to the show are people who already bought all the downloads. Nobody wants a fucking thing from me. All right, so. Angry red penis.
By the way, how's the download thing going? Have you uploaded everything yet?
No.
Okay.
Because I've been in the car. Like, I drove like 65 hours last week. It was ridiculous. So, and then I planned to do it yesterday, but my day got truncated, like I said, because I wound up in the gym until like 1:30, and then I came home.
Start one and leave.
Then I gotta pay and do the sign up, dude. I gotta pay all my bills. That's tonight. I'm doing it tonight. I think I'm supposed to anyway. But yeah, I gotta believe me. Today I had to sort fucking receipts because I've just been paying and not sorting, and I'm an ugly person. So, inside, I have a black soul. Anyway, it's because I don't pay my gas bill on time. Shut up. I do pay my gas bill on time, but I had to pay bills today. So today was like, today's the 19th or whatever. I'm spinning the fuck off. Grab me, shake me. What's happening?
You know what you could use?
What's that?
A snack.
I don't need a fucking snack. It's fun. Why you still got plugs to do? It's because it's funny. All right, because I'll just tell you this. People I went to school with like a month ago, they wrote on my page, my Facebook page, and it was this girl Liza, and she's like, she put up a picture of Suzy Q's on my webpage, and on my Facebook page, and she's like, this reminds me of lunch with you in high school, because I could eat a Suzy Q in one bite. And that was the whole point, and I did it every day, which explains why I was the fattest man on earth. In fact, there's a high school photo of me stealing canned goods when I was voted biggest eater with Amy Kavesky, and she's thrilled that she's still in this photo. But and there's a Suzy Q hanging out of my mouth. They made sure that I had a Suzy Q in the photo because I was known for that. So then another friend, another girl, Jeanette, who I went to high school with, and I don't even think they listened to this fucking show. They have no idea. They just knew my page existed, so they threw a Suzy Q up on it. So Jeanette was like, yeah, lunch with Mike was fun. I remember he would do that all the time. And so it was one of those things where I was like, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I wonder if I could still do that. Like, I have no... Well, it would have stopped there, but then I mentioned it to Lily von Stupp, who is nothing if not up for a challenge. And so I've kept it in my mind for I think it was a month ago, it was a while ago, and every time I'm in the store, I'll go grab something, but then I'll go, oh, fucking take a look. So, I mean, I've looked in convenience stores. There's no Suzy Q's here anywhere. I mean, you can't find...
I know.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, I didn't think there were any here. I couldn't find them anywhere. And then our great friend Lily Von Stupp showed up here today with Susie Q's. And
Challenge accepted.
yeah, challenger appears. So she wants me to do this trick, and I don't. Like I said, I don't know. I don't even know if I can do it anymore. I have no idea. But she brought them, and so I guess I have to do them.
I have faith in you.
I'm glad. I have faith that you can throw the pastry. So
I couldn't.
yeah,
I gagged looking at them.
all right. Well, all right. So, are we doing that for real?
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
Well, how do we fucking prove it? That's not good for radio. That's people.
I'm gonna videotape it. That's why I've been charging my phone.
You
My
aren't gonna
phone's
fucking. You
set.
cannot.
I'm going to videotape. It's gonna go up online before this even goes. People will not understand why. I'm just gonna go wait for the show with a picture of you deep throating.
Well, wait. So we're gonna finish the show and then do it, or am I gonna you to
we're
film me
gonna do it on air.
while I'm doing the show?
Why not?
I don't know because that seems ridiculous, and we're in my house.
Oh, yes, you're right. We should absolutely wait until after the show, go out by the pool, and film it there.
Whoa, hold
in
on.
the moonlight.
Aesthetically, I like that. That's a good plan. All right, well, fuck. All right, so if we're doing this, then we got to do it. But let me finish this.
Okay.
I'm hoping you'll forget it. That's why I'm saying, like, we'll get to the end here. Because what if I can't do it anymore?
The entire show.
No, what if I can't do it? That's gonna suck.
That's gonna be even funny.
No, you terrible fucking. Because here was the thing this is the big deal with me, okay? Because like any fucking hobo can cram a whole fucking thing in his mouth. That's fine. Any porn star can just jam something long and thick into her mouth, and that's fine. But my whole thing was I had to do it neat. So like I would take the Suzy Q. I had a fucking system because I'm an idiot, and because it has Suzy Q's have like white stuff on the side.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I would lick up one side and then lick down the other to make sure it was clean on the edges.
This now explains everything about pussy eating with you.
Oh my God! Don't kid yourself.
Lick up one side and down the other.
Yeah, and then
you practiced every day in high school.
oh my God, I was so good at it. Yeah, and it paid off.
Oh my God.
It was like
Suzy Q,
yeah.
you poor little, yeah.
It was like tongue kegels. That's how I got
I'm
it.
not sure I want to film this.
Well, tongue's a muscle. Tongue's a muscle. I was working it out even then. And then so I had to have clean edges, and so I had to literally put the whole thing in my mouth without. That was the thing. I didn't want to have any cream on my face. It was like because again, I'm not an animal. I'm a gentleman who just happens to be able to perform some sort of weird sex act with a cake. So.
Wow, Joe on the cock, Suzy Q in the mouth. I actually saw that porn once.
Thank God I got laid eventually. Like literally, I was 18. But that first 18 years, it was just like fucking everything was in danger. What fucking ticking time bomb, ruining rugs. I mean, that's fucking awful. Destroyed rugs, ruined Jello, fucking choking down fucking pastries, fucking Dolly Madison finger fucking her. Jesus Christ! All right, watch out, little Debbie. I'm fucking coming for your ass. Oh, how about a fudge twist? Who wants a fudge twist?
Oh my God.
That's right. I'm gonna put my banana twin right in your fudge round. All right, so. Yep, little Debbie. Sadly, I know the name of the cakes. Oh, I can't wait to fill my mouth with your Star Crunch.
I love Star Crunches.
Are those your thing? That's the one?
Oh.
Nah, dude, that fucking, I like the Jelly Roll one. That one was good, but then, yeah, that
I
fucking,
want a Star Crunch right now.
dude,
Oh my God.
fudge rounds are so good. Those are the best. Like, I would be driving in the Midwest, and because not that I wouldn't buy a fucking box anyway, but when you would stop to get gas in the Midwest, fudge rounds are sold individually, and they're like a quarter. And I was just like, oh my God. So I'd just buy like 8 of those for the next hour and just fucking wolf those. And I'd pull up into a city, amped up on sugar and ready to bore everybody to tears with my act. Just it got me through. It was like jonesing, and it got me through the fucking bit till I get to my room and ate my Taco Bell in fucking silence. All right, so if well, maybe we'll do that. I don't know if we will. Well, we'll see. Your phone may not be charged. Your phone may be very uncharged. So, folks, I think we talked about 2020. I'll go ahead and plug that now again. Fantastic show yesterday. It was
Wonderful.
Someone new to me, Kate Willett, who I did not know,
Hysterical young lady.
did a fantastic job. Showed up and you know what I liked about her? I dug this because the format is 20 minutes. You know what I mean? And you don't get to do that usually in the city. And she kind of embraced it. Like you could tell that she's not used to getting that chunk of time, and she seized it. I mean, it's not like she had a hard time filling it. She was happy to be able to explore the space a little bit and be able to do a longer set in town. She might be working the road and things like that. I don't want to cast aspersions on her, but it was just nice to see somebody, because I can vamp my way through 20 minutes, but she had a 20-minute act of jokes. I think she crushed it. And she did a great job. It was nice meeting her, and she took off. And then I would use her again if she wants to come back and do it again. That'd be fun. And our great friend Paul Goebel, the king of television, the king of TV, was there, and with his lovely wife Brooke. And our friend Paul has turned a corner a little bit in his life. He's very happy, which is nice to see. I mean, he's been, because, Paul's kind of a thumb in the eye. He'll be the first guy to tell you that. But he's my friend. You know what I mean? I love him. He's a good guy. And he was, when my divorce happened, he came through for me in a big way a couple of times. You know what I mean? And me for him. I remember one time he called me up, and I met him at like 2 in the morning somewhere, and whatever. It was great. So Paul's a real good guy. So and he approached me to do the show because I did not think of Paul because I wasn't sure he wanted to do that much stand-up. And then he's like, I would really like to do this. I said, fuck it. It was his birthday, and he came out, and he was hysterical. He was great. He was happy and fun because that makes all the difference. I mean, trust me, as an angry fucking guy, it shows when you're on stage that you're angry or you're pissed or you're not smart or you're not happy or you're not right. And so he's in a great place. I mean, granted, he's baked out of his fucking skull all the goddamn time, so maybe that's a helper. You know what I mean? I don't know, but whatever. He was able to. He did 20 solid minutes of funny, and it made me laugh. So I was glad to have them there. So that was very good, and we're back on schedule. We're going to do August, September, October, November, December, all the months.
All of them. But we were dark in June, right?
We were dark in June, last I heard.
Part made me laugh when he tweeted that.
But I will tell you, we have a booking already for August 15th, I believe. It's the third Monday of every month, but I think August 15th qualifies this time because August 1st is a Monday. Yeah. Good Christ, the yawn.
I will not be there. I apologize for that. I'm out of town for that show.
Yeah, Lily Von Stubb is not going to be there, which is a drag, but that's okay. The very funny Susanna Lee / Lucky Deluxe will be joining me. She's great. I just did her, like 6 months ago, I did her Dirty Birdie Story Hour, which was fun. And then the very funny Bill Dwyer is going to be joining me. God damn, Bill's awesome. I love him. And I was so happy that he said yes. So Bill Dwyer and Susanna Lee / Lucky Deluxe will be there with me performing jokes on August 15th. Tickets are on sale now at Groupon.com. They're $5. Get them now. Get them easy. Get them early. Get them cheap. Because at the door, oh my Christ, there's so much money. Although with, Mom's out of town. So everybody gets in free if they come into the door, I guess. There'll be nobody there working it, right? You're just gone. You're the first line of defense. And you're
no, we have to pay the comics.
Oh, that's right. We got to pay the comics. Holy fuck. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, there's no free. We pay the comics.
All right. So the comics get paid and everyone makes money and everybody's happy. So please buy tickets at Gold Star. If you buy walk-up tickets, that's a little extra, but 3 times the price. So get them on Gold Star for $5 and come in.
$4 more at the door, so it's like $27 at the door. I'm not good at math.
No, that's way wrong. Jesus Christ. Do you know what numbers are? So that's...
Yes, I'm red years old.
So yesterday was fantastic, and then coming up in August, it's going to be really fun. And I don't have September booked yet, but when I do, I'll tell you who those people are too.
I know who I'm rooting for.
Oh, fingers crossed. I would like that very much, actually. And I have 2 people in mind that I want to be there. I have to make sure that they're available on that certain date. So there you go. That's live stuff, and that's cool. Speaking of live stuff, hey, remember I'm going to be at the Los Angeles Podfest this year. And I don't know what to talk about. I'm trying to figure it out.
Oh, I do.
I'm still a little up in the air on it, trying to figure out exactly what it's going to be. If you have suggestions for a story you'd like to hear live, by all means tell me, and I'd like to do it. Or I might have I might craft a whole new thing. I don't know. I'm kind of up in the air on it because I'd like to go back on the road and I'd like to do stuff and hone stuff live. But then again, if I do that and I sell the download, you know what I mean? It burns the material and nobody wants to come see me and do it in their town.
That is not correct.
We'll see. Well, I mean, I get a fucking enough material. I can bring new things to your town. So have me come to your town is my point. But the Podfest, right now, if you buy tickets or you buy the streaming, if you buy the tickets, you're coming live. You can meet me, see the show live, and see a bunch of other shows. That's great. But if you're buying the streaming, you get to see everybody in the comfort of your own home, and I think that's good for like a month after the festival. Yep. So you use my code, which is 40YOB, 40YOB, and you get money, or no, we get money. You don't get any money. You get to spend money. But we get some cash, and they get thing, and you get all the streaming stuff, and that'll be fun. And I'll tell you what, if you use my code, I'll say this. I'll throw this out there. If you use my code, send me proof that you use my code, and I'll work you into the act at some point during the Podfest. So, Anybody who uses the code gets. I like I said, I don't want to just. I might just shout your name out. I might write a bit about you, or I might just fucking read a list of you off, or I may just have a chiron with your fucking names going by. Who the fuck knows? But if you use my code for the LA Podfest, send me proof, which is like the receipt. I want to see the receipt that says you used the code. Because don't fucking try your shenanigans and go, Mike, I totally used it, because that would be very bad. And I don't know who that guy was, but I hate that guy. But yeah, I'll work in. So let's do that. That's what we do. Because again, we're keeping it indie here, folks. I don't have any corporate masters to answer to. They're like, dude, you can't use the listeners' names. We'll get sued. Because I do not work for Wavy Voice International. So I don't know who they would be.
Oh my God, I want that to be my company.
Take it. Run with it, please. So yeah, if you buy that thing and you use my name and send me a code, and everybody will be happy, and I'll work in, and it'll be fantastic. And nobody's going to do it. So, by the way, we're also sponsored by, who else? Wait, if you go to MikeSchmidtComedy.com, go to the Joe Business page. I got to tell you this, by the way, this show was like short. It was like only like a 45-minute show. And I told Lily, I'm just like, God damn it, I hate putting out a short show. But it seemed like a natural ending, and we're done. And she goes, you're going to talk for another fucking hour anyway. What the fuck do you know? And I go, no, I won't. And we've literally talked for like a half an hour since.
We haven't even gotten to the Susie Q.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what that is.
Oh, Susie Q. Oh, the
Ostrich.
ostrich.
Distracted by the ostrich. Go to MikeSchmidtComedy.com. Go to the Joe Business page. We got cool stuff there. We got downloads. Schmidt comes live. Schmidt Alive 2. Stop making Schmidt. We got shirts. The Dirt shirt is available. And I will tell you this. You know what's not available any longer? Oh, no, actually, we have one. We have one mystery shirt left. Because I found out last week, remember, I was like, hey, I think a dude bought it and I never sent it to him. That's true. Our friend KC bought a shirt. I never sent it. So he's like, yeah, man, I just I keep checking the mail every goddamn day. I don't know where it is. And I'm like, oh, KC. Huh?
Did you mail it
It's
yet?
interesting you would ask that. Anyway, so
I know we have to go to the post office later.
yeah, that is true. We got oh my God, a ton of stuff. So I got to send Casey his shirt, and that's fine. So we have one mystery shirt left. We've got Dirt shirts. We've got and remember, if you go to tweakedaudio.com/40YOB 40YOB, you get we get money, and you get a thing of headphones, a parcel. You get a pile of headphones, and you get a murder of cock ring watches, and a pride of autoerotic asphyxiation earbuds. So go ahead and get all that stuff. I think it's pride, right? A pride and a murder, I believe, or a gaggle. Perhaps it's a gaggle of cock ring watches. Either way, you can purchase all those things, and we get money, and you get stuff. That's the best, right? Shirts. Downloads. Oh, I keep forgetting to mention this because I'm a dumb fuck. Remember that we've got Word Pimp Schmitty and the Misanthropic Gangster. We've got that available, which is music from the 40-Year-Old Boy podcast. Yes. And then we also have the always popular and very friendly Heroes album from our friend David Hernandez, who does amazing music. You heard some of it earlier in the show. As a matter of fact, he did an erotic titty bumper for my great friend Lily. So we threw that on the show once where people could hear it, right? I believe so. Maybe I'll back tag it and throw it in here in the middle. But yeah, so Dave does amazing work. You can go to artbydmh.com and check that out. But buy the Heroes album. That's really great. And then buy the Word Pimp Schmitty and the Misanthropic Gangster. Those are really cool, and those are available. Because we just sold a Word Pimp this week. I literally, not kidding, forgot about it. And then someone bought a Word Pimp. Our friend Blake Cotton bought a Word Pimp, and I sent it to him, which was very nice. But he had to write me 3 emails to go, Mike, where's my Word Pimp? What, you got a thing?
Don't forget our other shirt that's limited only.
Right now, will that still be up when the show goes up Thursday morning?
Yeah.
All right.
We've got like 7 more days or 6 more days.
All right. Lily Bunchtup, in her infinite wisdom, decided, you know what? Teespring exists. Why not use it? So she created a Mike Lives Matter shirt.
It's only available in red.
Yeah, it's available in red with black and black, red and black. That's pretty much the unofficial colors of the show.
I think it's the official colors.
All right. Well, besides my green eyes. Yeah, that's right. And David Hernandez's brown skin. So I think it's all of those colors. And your
big tit.
Pink. All right, so pink something.
Not good with colors either.
No kidding. Well, you're red years old. So remember, this stuff is all available at that site. Well, because I remembered. I think you didn't even think I heard you say it earlier. So Mike Lives Matter is a shirt that's available now, and I think we're going to do one every week just to be stupid.
Yes, I'm pretty sure we're gonna.
So we might have.
We're probably gonna add the Ahmed and Mike.
Ahmed and Mike.
Uber.
Might be a shirt. We don't know. We'll figure it out. There might be some phrase that leaps out at us.
Steal should call it Cameluber. One word.
Cameluber?
Cameluber.
That with this, I can tell you right now. Not only is this shirt not going to sell, Teespring's going to charge us for even thinking of it. So anyway, there will be a Mike Lives Matter shirt out there at Teespring. It's at least for another few days, and then we're going to figure out what shirt we're going to do this week. But it's just stupid, and it makes us laugh to do shirts with dumb things on them. Because I said that to Dave last week. I'm like, remember the Stribble and the Hanjabica? And then he actually wrote me back, hey Mike, remember Saddle Vag? And I'm like, you're goddamn right, Saddle Vag. Go buy year 1 or year 2. Saddle Vag, dude, fucking hysterical. I'm fucking great, really. If you, I mean, look, and you're here again for the death rattle, so you're hearing me atrophied. But when I was in the fucking wheelhouse and I was at the top of my game, holy Jesus, 45-minute show, I wouldn't even fucking be getting started until an hour and 15 minutes into the goddamn thing. We're already winding down. I'm giving you the plugs. Dude, I did a 4-hour show once. I used to be good at this. Remember that this show is sponsored by MileIQ.com. They don't know it yet. However, they do sponsor the show. MileIQ.com/invite/HFVHB. That's MileIQ.com/invite/HFVHB. Keep track of your mileage for your taxes. I know you're all law-abiding citizens out there, and nobody cheats, so this will help you to save a little cash. Also, if you want to drive for Lyft, go to Lyft.com, and when it says be a driver, use this code MIKE720057, MIKE 720057. And Uber, if you want to drive for Uber, and who does not? Go to Uber and use my code DJZW1YTTUE. That's DJZW1YTTUE. Our friend Brian in Baltimore is off to a running start already, and I'm about to get a reward for him, which is good. I'll throw this out there just because. If you're in Los Angeles, here's the way it works. If I get like 5 people to sign up or whatever it is, and they just take one drive, they're going to double my paycheck for a week. So like if I made it, like say I made $800, they're going to pay me $1,600 if I can get like 5 people on the road to take at least one ride. I know it makes no sense. Uber's just conquering the fucking world. The more I think about it, dude, they are going to be. It's literally just going to be Google, Amazon, Apple, and Uber. That's all that's going to be left. Because Uber they're just branching out into food and fucking products and delivering shit. I mean, I told you, did I say they wanted me to be an Uber assist guy?
So none of the pharmaceutical companies will exist, or the tobacco
Gone.
companies, or the liquor companies?
No, they're all gone. I mean, for delivering things.
Oh.
Yeah. We'll always have Vice. I mean, that's not going anywhere. Did I mention Uber Assist? Did I talk about that last week?
What is that?
Here's my favorite thing, because I've been working a lot. I do well. Like I said, I have a pretty good rating. And they're like, dude, you're totally one of our great drivers. We want you to you qualify for the Uber Assist program. And what it is, they pay you a little extra, but you got to pick up fucking cripples. Like people that can't walk and shit like that. Like people that are all messed up in the head or whatever. And I'm like, dude, I don't. And the favorite thing is they spun it in the email like, hey, man, this is a total bonus for you because you get extra cash, I think. But like, I'm sorry, I can't be picking up fucking Crazy Legs Hirsch and driving them all over goddamn town, because then I got to hold them and I got to put them in a little box and all that kind of stuff. Because they even had the picture, they got a guy like, because I mean, I did pick up a guy the other day who had some problems. He had a fucking bag on, so he had a nurse with him, and we both had to kind of help him out of the thing and into my front seat, and then the nurse gets in the back seat. Well, then I got to drive the guy like 8 miles, but we put the walker or whatever the fucking the rolly thing in the goddamn trunk. But this dude's in the front seat, and he was a nice man. I enjoyed his company. They were very cool. The nurse was okay. But he's got a bag on, which is on the floor of my car. And all I'm thinking is, if that fucking thing breaks, I'm going to lose my mind. So I'm half concentrating on the street. I'm half concentrating on his conversation, but I'm 100% concentrating on the bag, and I keep looking at it on the ground, waiting. I'm just waiting for it to burst or anything at all, because it made me nervous as fuck. I mean, and look, his legs don't work, so he's not going to step on the fucking thing. I get that. But still... The fact, well, because I mean, I was trying to figure out how it was going to burst. Because I mean, dude, if a fucking waste bag's going to burst in anybody's fucking car and get piss all over the goddamn place, it's going to be my car. That's how it's going to work. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to just.
Was it a catheter bag?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, he didn't have a fucking shit bag on. That way, he wouldn't get in the car. I wouldn't even allow it. Sorry.
You've been around people that have them and you don't know.
Oh, I know.
No, you don't.
I'm like Superman. Like unless they're wearing lead pants, I can totally see.
You have met 2 of my friends that both have colostomy bags.
And I've talked to them about this.
No, you have not.
We've had long conversations about
No,
this.
you have not.
Whenever we go to breakfast, I'm like, is this pancake going to be okay? He's going to wind up in a bag later. And they're just like, ha ha. And we all shake hands and laugh.
Where's the Suzy Q?
I don't know what you're talking about. So, Uber.com to use DJZW1YTTUE and let that happen. Let that be a thing that happens. All right, we're out of here. Are you doing this for real? Do I have to do this?
My phone.
Oh, Christ. All right. Why do you want to do it on the air? Should we take a break so you can get all set up here? People are going to
There's
hear.
nothing to set up. There's no light right here.
Where's
right?
your phone?
None of these
No,
work.
there's no light. So you're going to have to use your light from your phone.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to use the light on my phone.
Your phone's not charged enough. I don't think we should do this.
Yes, it is. You're so full of shit.
See, do I have to comb my hair? What do I got to do here? If look, I
No,
talk.
you don't have to comb your
Should I put
hair.
some pants on? I should probably put some
Should I
pants
do
on for this.
slow-mo? That would be funny.
Slow mo, no thanks. Well, I mean, I don't even know if I can do the fucking thing. Hi, or is it? Are you
Okay.
all right? You
I need to take it from a little bit of an angle up.
okay?
Yeah, because that way you're.
Well, can you want to turn the light off behind you?
No.
All right. I don't know how it works.
This is perfect.
Is it filming now, or what are we doing?
Not yet.
All
Okay,
right.
so,
Tell me when.
I don't want this to be too long a video though. So, all right. Where's the Suzy Q? Hold it up so I can see it. All right, we're filming.
You're
Where's
filming.
The Suzy Q.
All right. So, if you're listening this far, I'm very sorry about what's happened. But you'll know this will make sense eventually. But I gotta. All right. So let's do this. So there's a technique involved. So you got to do this. I should have opened the fucking thing before we even went on. All right. So let's open this. All right. Jesus Christ. I'm doing it at the fucking desk. It's terrible. All right. I don't even know. All right.
I
Are
like
we
that
ready?
you couldn't use the first one. You had to use the second.
Well, there's not even any foam on the sides here. Are we ready?
Okay.
All right, should I go by the side or you want to do it in the front?
You're at a perfect time.
I don't even know if I can fucking do this anymore. You ready?
Yeah. Oh my god. That is creepy. No, wait. There's really none in your mouth?
No.
Okay.
Go on. I don't even know what it looked like because I never saw myself do it before. So like, yeah. All right, should we do it again? All right, in case you didn't believe it, there's you got that.
Oh my.
You ready?
Oh my god.
Did it film properly? Are you happy you did this now?
Yes.
But see, also neat, like completely foam free or cream free,
Oh my god.
right? Turn the fucking camera off. We're done. Okay, you did it. You saw it.
That is the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
I can't believe I did it. I can't believe I was still able to do it. I'll tell you, you want to hook people in, get them halfway through a recipe and cut your fucking show in half. That's it. Do an hour about stew and then bail. Get on a plane. And then come back and revisit it 2 days later. Because that's the most important stew in the universe. Were there noodles or rice involved? Stay tuned!
Bring that beat back. Bring that beat back. Here is your soup.